Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Welcome back after Eid holidays. I hope that you all must have enjoyed your Eid holidays with your family and cousins. Well, that's good. I also had a great time with my family. But now it's time to give some attention to our studies as well. Now we are going to start our syllabus. New term has started, so new books are there. We will follow new syllabus, learn some new things, and follow some new rules. Well, this is your English book, Oxford Progressive English Book 4. We also call it OPE. So today's lesson is also from OPE. But before starting today's lecture, I want to remind you some rules for Google and Zoom class. Now, as you know that our proper syllabus has been started, so you also have to give some more attention to your studies. You have to get serious now. Attend and be regular in your Zoom class, and please submit all the assignments on time before deadlines. The rules for Google and Zoom classes are, as most of you know, but it's just a reminder. Get up early in the morning, make your bed, have breakfast, and get properly dressed up. Organize all study supplies, your laptop, your tablet, charger, a book should be with you, your pencil, and a rough notebook, and sit in a quiet place. Let everyone know that it's your learning time. Sit up in a comfy chair. A glass of water is allowed, but no breaks. Note down all the homeworks and the deadlines. So these are some rules which you have to follow daily now. Okay, so let's start today's lecture. Okay, so now this is your week 1 schedule. On Monday, what you have to do, all the slides have been uploaded. So you have to go through them and note down any work that needs to be submitted. Extra work and anything that needs discussion should be noted down and we'll discuss in Zoom class with your teacher. On Monday, you also have to complete the word sentences and the words meanings. On Tuesday, you have to attempt the comprehension questions. First, you have to read the comprehension passage and then you have to answer all those questions. And on Wednesday, you have to read a book of your choice for at least 40 minutes. It can be any book of your choice. So this is your schedule of week 1 that you have to follow. Okay, students. So now open your OPE, unit number 1, the C, page number 4, lesson number 3. Here is a reading comprehension, diving for treasure. So read the story and answer the questions. Side by side, I will also explain you the meaning of some difficult words. This is actually the story of two friends, Jack and Dave. So what they are going to do, let's read the passage and then we will figure out. Now one of the friends named Dave, he said, I have found something, come and look. Then Jack comes and when he saw that thing on the echo screen, so he said, oh, it looks like a ship. Actually, Jack and Dave are looking for a sunken ship on the seabed. Students, what does sunken mean? Sunken means it's been submerged in water. Also, if something is at a lower level than the surrounding area, so then we said it's sunken. Seabed is actually the ocean floor, or you can say the ground under the sea. So Jack and Dave are looking for a sunken ship on the seabed. Dave is looking at the seabed below the boat on the echo screen. Echo screen is basically the device which is used to display visual output, as you can see in this picture. So both the friends are looking for that sunken ship. Okay, now in the second picture, we can clearly see that Jack gets ready to dive. When both the friends figure out that there was a sunken ship on the seabed, so then Jack gets ready to dive. And Jack said, "It's 80 meters below the surface, so I will put on the heavy diving suit." Diving suit basically, kids, it's a waterproof costume which is worn by divers. It's about so the Jack so the Dave, he's been quite worried, so he asked, "How long can you stay down at 80 meters?" So Jack replied, "About 40 minutes, I think." In this third picture, we can see that Jack dives into the water. It means he jumps into the water. He goes down to the seabed. He gets his air from the boat through an airline. Airline is basically the pipeline which is used to supply air to the divers. He can also speak through the phone line. Phone line is basically the communication system which is used by the divers to communicate with their fellows, those who are present on the boat. So now Dave is quite worried about his friend Jack. So he asked, "Can you see the ship?" And then Jack replied, "Yes, I am getting closer to it now." In the fourth picture, Jack goes inside the ship's cabin. Ship's cabin is basically, it's a private room, or you can say compartment of a ship. So Dave asked his friend, "Keep talking, Jack. Where are you now?" Because as he can't see him and he is on the boat above the surface of water, and he is quite worried about the well-being of his friend, so he asked him that, "Where are you now?" And Jack replied, "I am going inside the ship now, and it's very dark." Obviously, because on the seabed, underground the water, light can't reach over there, so it's very dark over there, and the divers use torch or some other lighting instrument for light. So he said, "It's very dark, but I'm going inside the ship now." Okay, so in this fifth picture, Jack goes into the ship's cabin, and there are lots of boxes. He saw many boxes over there, and he starts opening them. And then he tell Dave that there are lots of boxes. I am opening one of the boxes now. Oh wow, this is amazing. Amazing is when someone get astonished. So he said, "This is amazing." What he found? Gold plates and silver cups. I wonder what else is down here. Wonder means it's a feeling of amazement. So he was quite amazed that down the surface of the seabed, down 80 meters in a sunken ship, he found gold plates and silver cups. So he was quite amazed by this. In this picture, Jack feels something on the back of his neck as he was opening one of the cupboards. So he feels that something is there on the back of his neck, as you can see in the picture. Okay, oh my God. In this picture, in picture number 7, as in the previous picture, Jack feels something on the back of his neck. And actually, what was it? It was a giant octopus. Oh, get off me. Goodness, you're so strong. And in reply, the octopus was quite hungry. It seems that it quite hungry, so it was saying, aha, my lunch is there. So Jack fights with the giant octopus. Giant is very huge, and octopus is an aquatic creature with 8 arms and each covered with suckers. So Jack fights with the giant octopus. It wants to pull off his mask. Jack was wearing mask on his face, and the octopus wants to pull it off. Jack has to pull its legs away. So it's a fight going on between Jack and the giant octopus. Okay, so finally, half an hour later, Jack arrives back at the surface. He has left all the boxes on the seabed, but he is safe. But Dave was not knowing that what happened with Jack, so he asked what happened to the other chap. And he was asking, where are the boxes? So Jack replied that I was in a fight, but I won. So it means that Jack arrives back safely, but he left all the boxes, the treasure boxes, down in the sunken ship, and he came up safely. Okay, students, now as we have read the passage, so here are meanings of some difficult words from the passage. I have written the meanings for those words. The first word is sunken. Sunken means having fallen to the bottom of the sea. Or I have told you that it's also mean the lower level than the surrounding area. Seabed is the ground under the sea, or you can say ocean floor. Amazing, causing great surprise or wonder. Giant, a person or thing of unusually great size. Aquascreen, the device used to display visual output. Airline, airline is basically a pipe which supply air to the divers. Phone line is communication system. Now here is a task for you as well. You have to open your dictionaries and find another synonyms for the words written in red. Now you have to note down the another meaning for these words on your rough notebook, and you have to take the picture of that page and upload it on Google Classroom. Then your teacher will check, and if some word you can't find the meaning, so then that word you can discuss with your teacher in your Zoom class. Okay, students, now it's time to learn how to write a complete and correct sentence. Writing is constructed by putting sentences in sequence, one after another, and if a single sentence is read aloud, it should be understandable. For writing a complete and accurate sentence, the parts of speech are very important to know. These are the part of speech. First is noun. As you know, noun is name of a person, place, thing, or idea. As it's given in this example, the dog howled. Now, dog is the name of an animal, so it's noun. Pronoun. A pronoun is used in place of a noun or noun phrase to avoid repetition. For example, we can't say Peter woke up early in the morning, Peter had his breakfast, Peter then dressed up properly. We can't say Peter again and again. Instead, we used he, his, him. As it's given in this example, it woke the baby, so it is pronoun. Verb, as you all know, verb shows an action or a state of being. The loving mother comforted the baby, so comforted is verb. Adjective describes the noun or modifies or gives more information about a noun or a pronoun. For example, the caring father rocked the baby. So caring is the adjective which is describing the noun father. Adverb is the word which gives you more information about verb. It modifies a verb. An adjective or another adverb. It tells how often, where, and when. For example, the dog howled loudly. So loudly is adverb. It tells you how the way of how the dog howled. Preposition shows the relationship of a noun or pronoun to another word. For example, the baby cried for a long time. So for is preposition. Next is conjunction. Conjunction basically joins two words, ideas, phrases together and shows how they are connected. Conjunction are basically connectors. They connect two words, two nouns or two phrases. For example, the baby gasped at his mother and father. So and is conjunction. Interjection. Interjection is a word or phrase that expresses a strong emotion. It is a short exclamation as well. For example, ouch, hey, ho, watch out, wow. So these all are interjections. So students, these parts of speech are very important for writing a complete and correct sentence. Okay, students. Now here are sample sentences to help you. I have given two sample sentences for each of the word, and you have to make one sentence for each of the given words in your notebook. Then you have to take the picture of that page, and then you have to upload it on your Google Classroom so that your teacher will check it. If any confusion is there, so please note it down as well and ask to your teacher in Zoom class. Now the first word is seabed. The first sample sentence for the seabed is, these funny looking fish actually dig deep burrows in the sandy seabed. So there are so many nouns I can see in this sentence. Can you tell me how many nouns are there in this sentence? Yes, there are three nouns. What are those? Fish, burrows, yes, and seabed. Okay, is there any adjective as well to describe those nouns? Yes, there are three adjectives to describe these three nouns. Can you please tell me what are those? Yes, for describing fish, there is the word funny. For describing burrows, there is word deep. And for describing seabed, there is a word sandy. So all these three words are adjectives because these are describing the nouns. Okay, the next sample sentence for seabed is, a Russian submarine sank to the seabed in an exercise. Can you please tell me that this word sank is either a noun or a verb? Yes, it's a verb. It's an action. Very good. Second word is sunken. They are diving for sunken treasure. Now, here is also a verb. Can you please tell me the verb in this sentence? Yes, it's diving. Wow, good. Next sample sentence is, our boat struck on a sunken rock. Now, quickly tell me the verb of the sentence? Yes, it struck. Excellent job. Next sentence is of amazing. Amazing means get surprised or astonished. He has an amazing ability to learn new languages. Can you please tell me that the word which is describing languages, what was that word? Yes, it's new. So it means new is adjective. Tom and Mary discovered something amazing. Now quickly point out the nouns which are present in this sentence. Very good. There are two nouns. The name of two people, Tom and Mary. And what they discovered? They discovered something amazing. So discovered is the verb. It's an action. Very good. Next word is giant. Giant means very huge. Giant pandas live only in China. Can you please tell me the nouns present in this sentence? Oh wow. Yes, there are two nouns. One is pandas and the other one is China. And why I have written C of China capital? Because, yes, because it's a proper noun. Very good. Next sample sentence is, the players on this team are all giants. Now here is the word which is describing the quality of the players. What is that word? Can you please tell me? Yes, it's giant. So giant is adjective. Very good. Safe. Susan lifted the nest gently and put it in a safe place. Okay. Now here is a conjunction in this sentence. Can you please tell me that? Yes, and is the word which is connecting two sentences or two phrases. There are two phrases. First is Susan lifted the nest gently, and the second is put it in a safe place. It means Susan has done two jobs in this sentence. So these two phrases are joined together by the word and that's a connection. That is a connector. Okay, now how Susan lifted the nest? There is one word which is describing the action. Can you please tell me that word? Yes, it's gently. So gently is adverb. It is describing the action that how Susan lifted the nest. Very good job. Next sentence is, she always feels safe with her father. Now there is a pronoun in this sentence. Can you please tell me? Yes, she and her. Two pronouns are there. Very good job. Now these are all the sample sentences and they will definitely help you out. Now you have to make one sentence for each of the given words in your notebook. Now it's time for question answers. As we have read the story, so now you have to answer these questions. Question number 1 is, what do Dave and Jack use to find the sunken ship? For this question, you have to go back and you have to search the answer in the description of picture number 1. Now I have given you the clue. So you have to go back to that slide and you have to search in picture number 1 the answer. It's clearly written over there. Question number 2 is, how far is the sunken ship from the boat? It's clearly written in the description of picture number 2. The distance is written. Okay, question number 3 is, how long does Jack plan to spend on the seabed? The time is also written in the same picture in picture number 2. So you have to go back and search the answer in the description of picture number 2. The time is written over there. Question number 4 is, what does Jack breathe through? Yes, I have told you, and it's also there in the meanings as well, words meanings as well. That word is also there, but it's the answer is also there in the description of picture number 3. So you have to go back and search the answer in that picture. The name of that instrument is written over there. Okay, question number 5 is, what does Jack speak through? Okay, so I have told you that there was a certain instrument used for the communication. So what was that name of that instrument? It was written in the description of picture number 3. So go back and search the answer over there. Question number 6 is, why is it hard to see inside the old shape? Yes, why it's so hard? The answer is also written in picture number 4. Yes, inside the old shape, which is lying under this in the seabed, on the seabed. Why it's so hard to see? Yes, so you have to search the answer in the description of picture number 4. Question number 7 is, why is it hard for Jack to fight the octopus? Yes, you have to go to picture number 7 and find the answer over there. Question number 8 is, was it more important to bring up the treasure or to come up safely? What do you think? If you will ask me, so I think that it's more important to come up safely. But you can write your point of view in this answer. Okay, dear students, at the end, I hope so that you liked today's presentation. It was quite interesting, and it is the first presentation from your book. So I tried to make it more interesting for you. Now, it's a summary that just a reminder for you that what you have to do. You have to read the given passage from the book and attempt all the questions on your rough notebook. Next, what you have to do, you have to write down the meanings of the given words. One meaning I have given you for that word, the other you have to write down on your rough notebook. Then you have to make sentences for the given words. I have given you 2 sample sentences. One you have to make for that word. Total, I think so 5 words are there. So you have to make 1 sentence for each word. Then what you have to do, you have to upload your work on Google Classroom. Yes. And if any question is there, so note it down on your rough notebook and discuss with your teacher in the Zoom class. So that's the end of today's presentation. I hope you like it. Take care of yourself and your siblings and your family. We will meet again in the next PPT. Till then, Allah Hafiz.